The architect of light, Ilek Diaz and the plastic bottle schools. The morning sun poured over the crowded rooftops of Manila, striking waves of heat off the tin roofs. Amid the noise of tricycles and shouting vendors, a man stood before a mountain of discarded plastic bottles, thousands of them, shimmering like a sea of forgotten hope. Ilek Diaz squatted, lifted one, and held it up to the light. "You see garbage," he said softly to the volunteers gathered around him. "I see bricks for the future." Ilek had grown up in a family that could have led him into comfort and quiet success. Italian-Filipino, well-educated and Ateneo graduate. But what stayed with him was not privilege. It was contrast. He remembered the children who played barefoot on the muddy streets just beyond his school walls. He remembered thinking how unfair it was that light, education, and dignity could be divided by a few meters of pavement. As he grew older, he became an architect, but not of glass towers. He wanted to build solutions. He wanted to build a different kind of structure, one that lifted people instead of concrete. In 2006, he founded the My Shelter Foundation, a nonprofit that believed technology should belong to everyone. Innovation, he said, isn't born in Silicon Valley. It is born where there is no light bulb to begin with. His first breakthrough was the Leader of Light, a clear bottle filled with water and a bit of bleach fitted through a roof. By refracting sunlight, it could brighten a dark home by 55 watts, enough to read, cook, and dream by. Soon, thousands of homes across the Philippines glowed during the day, powered by nothing but sunlight and human ingenuity. Families who once lived in shadow now read by the light of a water bottle. But Ilek's mind was restless. He saw another crisis, a shortage of schools. After earthquakes and typhoons, countless classrooms lay in ruins. Meanwhile, plastic waste piled up in rivers and fields. And so his second great idea was born, the Plastic Bottle School. At a construction site in San Pablo, volunteers filled thousands of empty soda bottles with mud and sand. Each bottle became a brick. Children came with small hands to help, laughing, sweating, cheering. The sound of hammering mixed with the rhythm of hope. Soon walls rose. Light filtered through translucent bottles, casting a mosaic of green and gold across the classroom floor. The structure stood firm, strong enough to withstand earthquakes, light enough to rebuild after storms. This school, Ilek told the crowd at the inauguration, was built not from money, but from what we throw away. Maybe that's what we need to remember. Nothing and no one is truly disposable. The idea spread. Bottle schools sprouted in villages that had none before. The project turned waste collectors into builders, mothers into engineers, and children into the proud guardians of their own classrooms. From the slums of Manila to communities in Africa and Latin America, Ilek's vision proved that architecture could be human, made not of marble or steel, but of community, courage, and imagination. He called himself a social entrepreneur. Others called him the architect of light. Today, Ilek Diaz still travels from one humble workshop to another, sketching ideas on scraps of paper, teaching villagers how to turn bottles into hope. Every bottle we use, he says, is a lesson that beauty can come from waste, that strength can rise from weakness, and that light, even when bottled, is still light. And in a sunlit classroom built from plastic and dreams, a child raises her hand, her eyes bright. The walls around her gleam softly, alive with the light of all that was once thrown away.